So now we're going to be detailing even more, and that's going to be ornamental detailing. So I'm going to start with a cube here, just get in the basic shape, and I'm probably going to Dynamesh this down. You know, I guess you could crease this if you're just doing simple ornamentation, just getting that shape you want. But yeah, it looks like I'm going to Dynamesh this thing and then just go through and start detailing this thing how I want. Now, usually when I do this type of detailing, certainly back then, it would be detail the hell out of it and then just decimate it down to something reasonable. So when I insert it, it's not like a 5 million polygon thing that has way too much density and information for something I'm trying to do. Like I said before with the lion hair, I would probably use a lot more insert mesh brushes and insert mesh curve brushes in order to achieve these shapes a little less destructively, a little cleaner, a little more easy to control. Again, you can go on my YouTube channel and look for like control curve and hair and all those things, and I talk a little bit more about that. And I know I'm harping on like this is old, and it is. I wouldn't necessarily do stuff like this anymore, but maybe I would. You know, these kind of complex shapes. It's easy enough just to go through there with Dynamesh and use your clay brush, Damien standard to dig in, and then clay brush, and then H polish and trim dynamic, just to get these nice flowing shapes. And you can hold down Alt with your H polish brush, and that'll so I alternate between holding down Alt and letting go of Alt with the H polish brush so I can get nice corners on the inside or where meshes meet each other. And then also you can use your spin or spiral or twist brush, I forget which, but hit the B key and look for one. If you search my YouTube channel for Sculptors Pro, you'll see me use that brush just to kind of twist. I think it's a spiral or a spin brush. And then there you see me decimating it down to something reasonable. And then here we can just use radial symmetry. So with the insert mesh brush, go into transform and turn on symmetry, and then turn on radial. And then you can do radial symmetry and make a little flower out of that. And here with the helix primitive, going through there and using the move brush and kind of using that helix primitive just to kind of make a shape. And then I'm trying like, well, the helix primitive maybe didn't work that great. Let me see if I can get something done with the, quickly with the what's that called? BTO, topology brush. It didn't work that great. But you know, sometimes after you've already done something and you've tried a few things, it's like, you know what, I'm going to brute force this. So maybe not the most elegant solution, but it worked good enough. And then just going through with your move brush. Again, just brute force methodology. Insert a little sphere there. Add a little pearl detail. Just a cute little decoration. And then you can go through and you can bevel those edges. Subdivide or smooth subdivision history or smooth subdivision with a crease level set, so you can get a little bevel fall off there. All the ZModeler stuff you guys already know. Just to make a spiral. There we go. Crease by polygroup after you've done that. Get a nice little fall off there. And then just extruding. You can just hold down control and just drag out. And then just kind of tuck those things in there. And then maybe bending, again with radial symmetry, under the transform menu, the radial symmetry, just to kind of pull the edges of those leaves up. And then here's where I'm going to apply it. I am going to add a little bit of detail, extra detail. I am making this a separate piece so that when I go into Keyshot or I go and I want to assign a material ID and throw it into Painter or whatever, it'll be a separate object. Looks like I'm going to start with my other base shape and we'll make another flower. Looks like more different flower, maybe some leaves. Just kind of starting with that shape there. And then again, you can use a ray mesh. Yeah, use a ray mesh. There you go. Now we're cooking. And you can use a ray mesh just to make a really quick flower. And again, just go to my YouTube channel, look at a ray mesh, and there's all the techniques how to do this kind of stuff. And now you get a very, very nice flower. You can turn that into real geometry, decimate that down, throw a little sphere in the middle, have a cute little flower, then just decimate that down, put it as an insert mesh brush. And when you insert mesh brush, you can drop your Z intensity down. That'll drag it out flatter, or you can come in after the fact and squash it down. Now here is where I start trying to put a lion on the side, and I try a lot of different stuff. So coming up next, we'll figure out how I did a lion. And I honestly don't remember too clearly, but it'll be fun trying to watch me figure that out. Also, when you're insert mesh brushing, under the modifiers there, you can do projection strength, and that'll automatically wrap your detail to that curved helmet surface. So that'll help a lot when you're dragging out those complex shapes.